everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, October 29th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. Many of us will gravitate, create kind of a life of devotion. When you understand that the heart is full of love, and you move the mind as a prayer, and understand that you are mastering the mind. So it is necessary to make your mind a prayer, and the heart full of love, and every breath a melody of devotion. Then the soul becomes a glorified song of compassion, mercy, understanding, and humility. Annalise Guerin. One of the most beautiful experiences in this life is the feeling of devotion. And when we are truly devoted, we've released the selfish agenda of our ego. There's a good selfish and there's a bad selfish. And this is not, the selfish agenda of our ego means that the ego is constantly wanting and never satisfied and continually pushing us to have, get. So this is the selfish agenda of our ego. And we surrender to something much greater than ourselves. We've given up every imperative need to get something back in return for our practice of giving. A lot of us, I don't think that it's, really, we don't look at it as, how do you say it? We're not watching it or understanding we're participating in it, so we just aren't aware of it. In a lot of cases, it's just the ego brings it in. But have you ever been in a situation where you receive something, okay, or you give something, and you give something in return for your practice of giving? You don't give something thinking what you're going to get out of it. And a lot of us have done that. I don't think any of us are exempt from it. It's like we almost expect. There's the word expect again. It's like, well, I did this for you, why can't you do this for me? You see what I mean? We've given up every imperative need to get something back in return for our practice of giving. We've given that up. And we're simply enjoying the sensation of being liberated from our perpetual list of demands and needs. You could say that the greatest lovers in the world are those who can relax into the deepest feeling of devotion within their heart, which is attuned to a love that transcends all conditions, agendas, and limitations. The energy of devotion can take on all kinds of forms. We can be devoted to a lifestyle, a person, a way of being, a project, or even achieving a desired goal. The difference between being devoted and committed to something is within the quality of the experience. Commitment is more of a mental excursion, while devotion is a journey through the heart. It's important to know the difference between those two. And through devotion, there is the continual undercurrent of love, which flows through every thought, feeling, and word uttered. Now, the love it radiates holds this phenomenal heart-opening quality, connecting our mind to our soul and allowing us to taste to it. This ultimately brings real satisfaction into our lives. Real satisfaction into our lives. Filling this great longing and yearning we each have for the everlasting joy we feel is missing inside. You know, a lot of times, we as a civilization, we kind of feel empty. Kind of, you know what I mean? It's kind of like something's missing. Have you ever said that to yourself? Something's missing. I don't know what it is, but if there's something inside me that's missing, and that's this everlasting joy that actually is, that's that missing, that we feel there's something inside of us that's missing. And it's very misconstrued by a lot. Real devotion is one of the greatest secrets in finding our spiritual freedom in this lifetime. The feeling of it alleviates our suffering instantly, as it allows every action to feel sacred and aligned with our life purpose. And it is the most essential nutrient necessary to create a truly exquisite life that is deeply fulfilling on all levels. The highest reward for an act of kindness is not what you get by doing it, but what you become by doing it. One of the great challenges with choosing a life of devotion, this is a challenge for, I'd say, most of us, if not all of us, is that we may fear losing ourselves in the beliefs, heart, mind, or life of our beloved. Again, what is that? What's conjured there? Fear. This is a great challenge with choosing a life of devotion. And the ego and the mind puts this fear in. We fear losing ourselves in the beliefs, the heart, mind, or life of our beloved. We might fall into some codependent relationship, feeling an addiction to them, where we may become obsessed by a need for their approval of our every action and belief and life decision. This is not a good state. It's not a healthy state. So our beloved becomes like the sun, and we become like the earth, revolving around them. And when we remember that we are the sun, and our beloved is just another sun, spirit, we've met along the way. How many of you think of us view it that way? You know, how many of you realize that we are in these relationships on this planet, and they're all wrong on our perception? This is an unhealthy state. So our beloved, like the sun, we become the earth revolving around them when we remember that we are the sun, and our beloved is just another sun, a spirit we've met along the way. We can feel that they are actually revolving around our life as well. So from this perspective, we experience what a healthy, devoted relationship is like. And these two bodies gravitationally spin around each other in a natural, respectful, meaningful, and magnetic way. In a healthy state of devotion, we are seeing the bigger picture. Our feet are rooted into the ground beneath us, and our branches are extended up into the stars. We are not clinging to anyone or anything. We are relaxed in our own essence, feeling alive, conscious, and appreciating each moment of existence. There is this great reverence each day. We have to be in a relationship with our beloved. We know it all can end at any moment, and thus never take it for granted. There is a solid feeling of connection to the love shared without depending on it. It's a big difference. There's a solid feeling of connection to the love shared without depending on it to find the love within ourselves. shared without depending on it to find the love within ourselves. This is a healthy state of devotion. We feel connected with everyone and everything in our world. On the other hand, love is one of the most dangerous explorations in life because it is the most rewarding. You probably never heard that before. Love is one of the most dangerous explorations in life because it is the most rewarding. So in order to experience real love, we must choose completely to lose ourselves to it. We must become so devoted to the real feeling of love, the essence of love, that is free from attachment, fear, and possession. We must walk that very fine line between losing ourselves in a healthy or unhealthy way in a devoted relationship. We must take the risk to see ourselves as the beloved sees us, and know that it is our own innocent hearts we are longing to connect with when the day finally comes to an end. Our own hearts that we long to connect with. So as long as your relationship with yourself remains the main priority, this is crucial for our transformation. As long as your relationship with yourself remains the main priority, you will remain in a healthy state of devotion. You will be aligned to your soul's purpose and thus be able to show up with the greatest love to give. When you live in fear of losing yourself to your beloved, there is this clinging to your ego. You end up resisting love, fearing its power, and then not allowing your ego to surrender fully into it. As long as the ego remains in control, love will be kept on the sideline. When we can realize that our heart is the main source of love, the infinite source of love itself, we can share this love endlessly and stop withholding it from others in our lives. Why do you think there's such a disarray in relationships on this planet? As we walk on the path of devotion, we might discover how the ego is an absolute genius at missing the truth. It cannot imagine that there is a bigger love to experience on the inside than what it thinks is on the outside. It is only through exploring total devotion to your soul, your spirit, and infinite self, that the sacred meeting of unconditional, deep, eternal love is discovered between you and your beloved. This is the one vital truth to be realized that will let a continual stream of joy flow through your life. When you surrender completely to this infinite source that connects your heart with your soul, you will always rise and fall in love with your beloved. Then you can relax fully into the devotional experience. You are free from the fear of codependency and are no longer worried about becoming lost in the mind and the life of your beloved. You become so rooted in the exploration of deep eternal love within yourself that you can allow yourself to take risks, love deeper, be foolish in how much you love, and continuously fall further into love with your beloved over and over and over again. As you dissolve into love, your ego fades. You're not thinking about loving, you're just being love, radiating like the sun. Ram Dass. Every single one of us wishes we had the courage to live a life overflowing with an abundance of joy and love. Yet, for any of us to reach this level of love means we must surrender through every fear we are gripping onto. Every fear. We must let go of control and trust that love is the greatest guide we will ever find. with ourselves and our lives. You come first. It's all about you. This is the place where the heart never closes down for any reason whatsoever. And when we are all truly devoted to ourselves, to finding the greatest love within our own hearts, we find that love was always there, always waiting to show us the way home. The other big issue everyone comes eventually across is that the ego is the most tenacious master at resisting love. It is always cautious and skeptical about falling in love and feels devotion is only for the weak and the needy. The ego simply doesn't trust love because if it felt what love really was, it would cease to exist. It would have to give up all its strategies for protecting itself from love and learn the path of surrender. You see, the ego only knows control and separation, me versus you, and avoids falling into the ultimate state of love at all costs because it knows it has no control in that space. And the more we all can surrender to trusting love, the more we will all find that love pours into every wounded crack and crevice hidden in our being. It is only through giving up our attachment to our ego that we can find what real love is all about. So we choose to lose our small self to discover our big self, which is constantly growing and evolving in love and always being reborn fresh and new. At the highest level of awareness, all devotion is devotion to the self. The self is omnipresent, alive, and conscious within all beings. Now, when you know this, see this, honor this truth, you will simply give up all limited approaches to love and upgrade it for this higher version of reality. From this space, we can be totally devoted to a partner, a friend, a child, a family, or any person for that matter. We then can lose ourselves completely in that experience because we know that ultimately it is a form of devotion to who we truly are. There is no separation from ourselves and our beloved. Our beloved is our perfect mirror, reflecting back to us all the multidimensional aspects inside ourselves that we cannot see. It is through seeing the one self, realizing its awesome power, that we can stop being afraid of devotion. It is our devotion to this highest state of awareness, seeing the one self in all beings, that actually enables us to be free. We are no longer limited by our expression, bound by our beliefs, or stuck in suppression. In devotion to the one, we gain access to the deepest levels of joy, freedom, and truth. We are no longer fearing love, yet only in gratitude and reverence of it. This sacred relationship allows each and every one of us to reveal our highest life purpose and direction. It is only from this place that real everlasting happiness is found. This state of being knows that life is truly perfect, just as it is, and there is absolutely nothing we need to do to make it better in any possible way. Be lamps unto yourselves. Be refuges unto yourselves. Look not for a refuge in anyone besides yourselves. Buddha. If you are ready to start creating a life of devotion this week, have a few fun and practical steps with you that you can do to help it get rooted in your daily life. Through this meditation and your motion picture through your heart minds, the first thing is to make a devotion altar where you add everything on it you are devoted to in your life. It can be as simple as a cardboard box with a nice cloth on top where you place whatever, beautiful art, inspiring statues, heart-opening gifts, precious stones, wise sayings, anything you feel is sacred for you. Could be a baseball mitt, who knows? Add everything that you want to open your heart up and to feel a deeper connection with. Sit in front of your altar and meditate on the items on it every morning. Feel your heart opening up to the devotional energy it represents. And by trusting in this sacred connection, each time you glance at your altar, the energy will build each day. And if you want to, burn some incense and light a candle to make it official. The next invitation for you is to write down all the beliefs that are creating a healthy and unhealthy level of devotion for you. Start with a list of every unhealthy or limited belief you have about being devoted. This, your let go list. And just know it is the gateway to experience a healthier state of devotion. These beliefs may sound something like, I am afraid of losing myself in my partner. It's not safe to fall in love. I'm not worthy of a deep experience of love. I'm unable to let go of control over my life. And once you've written down all your negative limiting beliefs, write down all the opposing positive beliefs which counterbalance them. So these would sound something like, I'm excited to lose my life, I'm going to lose myself in my partner. It's safe to fall and rise in love. I'm worthy of the deepest experiences of love. I am looking forward to letting go of control over my life. Once you find each specific positive belief that balances and cancels out the negative beliefs, you can let them both go. Being free from both beliefs allows you to experience a deeper release, a free fall, and a surrender into your infinite being, where the greatest level of stillness and silence of the mind is found. It is this state of pure stillness that your greatest innocence and most authentic being is discovered. Here, you can realize your most natural state of devotion that is free from all resistance, control, and fear. Devotion revealed in this space will only create more joy, ecstasy, and freedom in your life. It is from stepping in this direction that we discover the perfect life, where we see that everything and everyone around us is a blessing and gift in the most intimate ways. All of us are born with a tremendous possibility. We are also born with a light within us. Listen to the still, small voice within, and that will guide you. And it's interesting that we're all made of love. This is our essence. This is what formed us. And as Louise Hay said, love is the greatest miracle cure. Loving ourselves works miracles in our lives. And this has been known, as some of you may know, for many years in the alternative healing community, that we have the power to heal our bodies with our minds. Massive amounts of studies throughout the decades have been done where people were healed from life-threatening illnesses such as fourth-stage cancer by changing their thinking and feeling patterns, doing laughter therapy, learning from their illness, and listening to it as a great spiritual teacher. The great journey we are all on through life is one that ends with death, with leaving the body. Yet we do have the power to release letting it destroy our bodies. And this amazing healing power we all share begins with the path of learning how to love every single aspect of ourselves in the most intimate and vulnerable way. The vibration of love has been scientifically proven to alter the shape and structure of physical molecules, as some of you know, such as water. According to current scientific studies, water molecules are directly affected by the words, sounds, and thoughts they are exposed to. Since your physical body is made up of more than 70% water, it is continuously impacted by the vibrations of negative or positive words you send into it. The alternative healing community accepts that the vibration of love will literally create a physical healing in your body. And it may take 3 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, or several years for the change to happen, all depending on your willingness to let go of control and resistance to love, and allow in all the light-loving, healing feelings you can give to yourself. And the more you love you, the healthier you will be, and the more energy you will instantly feel. You will know you are healing as you will naturally feel more energized, alive, and happier as you continue to bathe your cells to the healing energy of self-love. Don't allow your belief to be suppressed by the intellect's demand for proof. Don't wait for proof. Believe, and then allow the truth to manifest. Emmanuel. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies inside and out, head to toe. Release all the things that you have literally attracted to yourself or magnetized to come to you. Worry, stress, fear, anxiety, all kinds, all the things. Only you know what they are. Let them go. You've already experienced them. Why would you incessantly need to hang on to them and be afraid to let go of them? So you let them all go. And as you do this, the body responds and relaxes. Head to toe, inside and out. Shoulders drop. Things just kind of fall off. And as you relax the body, we move into the now. And believe you me, the now is all that we have. We don't have the past. We've already experienced it. It's inert. We don't have the future. We haven't created it. But most of us will either be in the past or the future and totally ignore the now. That's why it seems like helter-skelter on this planet a lot of the times, in many people's lives. The now stills the ego and the mind. See? So when you still the ego and the mind and you only focus on the moment, all that noise and everything goes away. So your motivation eventually is to always be in the now. Why would you want that incessant noise? Why would you want that all the time? I don't care if you're even used to hanging on to it, even though it's just miserable. So you want to still the mind. That's your desire. So you can fall deeper into love with yourself. Some of us go into the past. We stay in that past so long that we bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We create the future out of that past and relive that past in that future. Only the moment's the moment. The space between heartbeat. That's our focus. That opens up internally the love and joy that's been sitting there all this time that we have incessantly seeked outside of ourselves for thousands of lifetimes. How do we stay in the now? It's not easy, especially when you're used to the ego mind pulling you in a whole different direction. The future, the past, the past, the future, the future, the past, the past, the future. So your breath is the power that keeps you in the now. You focus on your breath, you're in the now. You ever heard of yesterday's breath or tomorrow's breath? No. It is only the now. We breathe in through the nose, we take in an easy breath, we feel it, we enjoy it, and then we breath out through our mouths. Most of us take it for granted. Some of us even have a hard time breathing. Breath is our divine positive energy. Focuses us on the now. As it focuses on the now, what does it do? We eliminate all of the incessant noise and chatter that the ego mind is bombarding us with, as well as the subconscious mind overflowing with all kinds of stuff. So whenever you feel you're off track, which we do often, as far as the now, we just focus on our breath. As soon as we focus on our breath, we know we're in the now. So as we relax the body and we're in the now, and we have our breath that we focus on, picture your breath through your heart-mind's motion picture. It's divine positive energy because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God. You also have God force energy, your chi, your prana, your ki. This flows through these wheels of light, these chakras, through the center of your body. From the base of your spine all the way up to your head. So you watch this as you breath in through the nose. You bring it through the root chakra, the Muladhara, the red wheel of light. These are all flowers, all different flowers with all different geometrical shapes in them. These are the bridgeways of spirituality, spirit, and physicality. This is your career money mindset, sense of belonging, represents our foundation of feeling of being grounded. It's at the coccyx, at the very tip of our tailbone area. And the emotional issues are survival issues such as financial independence, money and food, physical association, spine, rectum, legs, arms, and circulatory system. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the Vadhisthana, the sacral chakra, sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. Lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. Then we move to the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, personal power, ability to channel. It's our ability to be confident through the heart-mind and in motion and flow of our lives. It's in the upper abdomen and the stomach area. Emotional issues for us are self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the Anahata, love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It's our ability to love. It's at the center of our chest, just above lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. It's in our throat. Emotional issues, communication, self-expression of feelings, and the truth. Physical associations, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. And we move to the indigo wheel of light, third eye chakra, the ajna, intuition, sense of purpose and direction in this life. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Do you see only the trees, or also the forest through the trees? Location is the forehead between the eyes. We also call it the brow chakra. Emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions for yourself. Physical association is pituitary gland, eyes, sinuses. Then we move to the crown chakra, Sahasrara, connection to the divine. You, the highest chakra, represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. It's the very top of our heads. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality, pure bliss. Physical association is pineal gland, brain, nervous system. Now we bring all this up with the God force energy all the way up. It's like a wellspring to the top of our head. We hold it briefly. I am light. I am love. I am. In that small amount of time, we compress and condense it into pure liquid energy. And we release it over our pineal gland. Pineal gland is really important for us while we're in these physical bodies. It's the gateway to all the particles of existence. It's the gateway to pure consciousness, the God and beyond. Now, in your Heart, Minds, Motion picture, you can see it however you want to view it. I see it as a rosebud green ball. And as I pour this liquid energy over it, it immediately springs into a full blossom rose. Multicolored petals, beautiful fragrance, sending out shimmering waves of total joy and peace, effortlessly, opening up all the gateways so I can be in everything and everything, nothing and nothing all at once. We're all consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We're also merged. We're one. We know this. Our heart, minds, our spirit, our higher self, our soul, the God, pure consciousness. The body, all one. So therefore, we are the paradise that we are creating, and we are the heaven on earth. And everywhere we walk, everything blooms and blossoms. Transformation is taking place never seen before on this planet. We have others with us. Other parts of us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, many, many, many more. Now the archangels are a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet them in this life. Many times. Could be a complete stranger. Could be a relative. But we do meet them. And it is always a joy and bliss. You probably don't identify at the time until afterwards it dawns on you that was an angel. Now, thousands can surround any one of us at any one time. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can house a large number in a small area. And that's bliss. Are we them and they us? Yep. The ascended masters, they are those who have mastered ascension out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness. We are those who have ascended into body to experience physical form. As we create our experiences and we experience them, then that helps us perfect our creation. And we're all reflections of each other in different ways. So we call upon others, all reflections of ourselves, in different aspects and facets. So we call out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now in this meditation in the formula circle of light. They come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes. And they are with us now. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Many, many, many different species, civilizations. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation in the formula circle of light. They come in the billions and they are with us now. We call upon all the galactics, all the off-worlders, all the celestials. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of this circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them somewhat. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all the levels and species of these civilizations. It also includes the good, the not so good, and the bad of each civilization. So we have the Pleiadians, the Syrians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline, the Gray, the Nord, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions and they're with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light. They come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, the forming the circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, this meditation of forming this circle of light. We are all in high frequency. This is why we're gathered. We're all in deep eternal love. Now, the ones that were somewhat familiar with is the handful, because they come in the trillions in all kinds of shapes, colors, sizes, and forms, and more often we've never seen. We have the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now. And we're all gathered. We're all one. Different reflections, different facets, different aspects, all in high frequency of deep eternal love within the very center of our core existence and being. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form a massive circle of light at the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this meditation, in this circle of light. And before we do anything, we're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance. And we're all one, we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. This circle of light that we formed is of the highest high of deepest, purest, eternal love of that which we are, and gratitude, and peace. It is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of space. Take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its brilliance. This is pure love. This is the circle of light that we all are. We saturate all of our brothers and sisters of this planet, on it, in it, above and below it. It is eternal, non-stop, flooding, saturating, bathing all life, the highest value, the highest supreme value in the universe. So we begin to levitate above the planet as this circle of light. And as we do so, we're met with a massive gossamer field of trillions of vibrant colored lights, all reflecting. It's a sea of glitter, an ocean of glitter. All tiny mirrors reflecting all different aspects, facets of all of us gathered for the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, and in this circle of light. We're met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are the power of healing. We're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor. It is pure, deep, eternal love. It cannot be disturbed. It cannot be violated from any external source. Nothing can harm it. We are protected 24/7. It is eternal. But only you have the power that if you decide, whether consciously or unconsciously, to lower your vibrational frequency low enough into hatred, fear, and anger, distrust, manipulation, greed, dishonesty, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. Enough so that all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies can come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, You're then met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can immediately transmute these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. They can be sent back to the pure consciousness where they're just no more. Then we're met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can literally purify, cleanse the area where they were, sealing the breach, restoring our harmony and balance of deep eternal love, and fully re-energizing our white fire armor. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column that reminds all of us that we are the sunsets. We are the sunrises. We are the rain. We are the rainbow. We are the oceans, the rivers, the streams, all the waters. We are the trees, the forest. We are the animals. We are everything and everything, nothing and nothing, all at once. Some of us continue as we go through the circle of light, as we form, we levitate above the planet. Some of us step outside our bodies and float effortlessly above them. As we do, and we continue to ascend further up, we see this massive crystalline light tower. We all created it. Inside of it, in its shaft, you can see this massive oblong sphere, and inside is this pulsating golden white light that's sending out misty waves of warm embrace. And see this in your heart-mind motion picture as it saturates you and embraces you of deep eternal love, head to toe, inside and out. And then all the bands around it, which are multicolored, shimmering, sending out misty waves of warm embrace, of gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, of tranquility and benevolence and abundance, prosperity, wealth, riches, health, all misty, warm, embracing you. Feel it as it just saturates you from head to toe. It's saturating everything and everything, inside and out, above and below. This planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, and this meditation, this circle of life. Complete liberation of the planet into a paradise, a God planet. At the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees perpetually. As it does, saturating and flooding and bathing all of us in deep eternal love, joy. We are all drops of this golden ocean. We hold the essence of the ocean. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. We look and we see a meditative sphere. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It holds well over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion. From all of us, gathered from everything and everything and nothing and nothing. Every day. The transformation of this planet. The transformation and evolution of the civilization. The stepping into higher dimensional frequencies. The leaving behind all the turmoil, prejudice, dishonesty, manipulation, greed. As it continues to vaporize and we continue to ascend. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. energy of self-love. I'll join you in a meditation and return to close us out. layer of what we all truly are. And at the core, we are spiritual beings overflowing with consciousness and light energy. We are the infinite energy and the great force that runs through all things. Take this with you the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we will return here October 30th, Friday, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.